All right, guys, this principle is the idea of going from a white belt to a black belt. And there's a lot of myths in martial arts about it that, everybody had a white belt at one time and then you trained so much it got dirty and it turned into a black belt. But that's, from what I understand about the history of things, that's not what happened. Belt ranking came as directly from judo. So the idea was to give rank and recognize where somebody was. But when you talk about white belt techniques and blue belt techniques and brown belt techniques and black belt techniques, one of the things that I realized a long time ago was there's not really black belt techniques per se, but there's black belts doing those techniques. And there's a big myth that somehow when you're a black belt, you have all these amazing, super cool moves and all these. Sometimes black belts that I've met are very basic practitioners. They don't do anything very fancy at all, but what they do is so good. They're so skilled at it. And I think there's some wisdom in that. Whatever journey you're on in life, wherever you're going in your life, don't think that more is better, that fancier is better. Often the things that you think are the most simple, they have a lot of intricacies in there. You can go through the layers and you can turn a very basic technique into an amazing thing. Now, Rickson Gracie, who is, for a lot of people, the best jiu-jitsu practitioner ever, he has a thing that they call his invisible jiu-jitsu. And it's invisible because if you watch him do it and you watch the next guy do it, it looks the same, except he's making so many little minute changes because he's perfected that technique down to where small, tiny little changes for him totally change the outcome. So think about that in your life, the things that you are bored with or the things that you think we should move on from. Ask yourself, are you bored with the thing itself? Isn't there some possibility that you just haven't looked deeply enough at it? Because the technique changes. Once you've done it 1,000 times, 2,000 times, it's not the same technique because you're not the same person doing it. You will understand that so many more little minute details become apparent to you that even though on the surface it looks the same, it's not the same. So rather than try to extend yourself out, and it applies to everything, business, relationships with people, just the simplest things. I've watched trades guys who can do so much with so little, it's amazing to me. No fancy tools, just a handful of basic tools, but what they're able to create is really something. I know other people who've got a whole workshop full of tools, the newest and the best and the greatest, and they're not very good at what they're doing. So think about that. Think about getting to the essence of things and really delving deeper and deeper and deeper in perfecting it and honing it, because that's the journey of the black belt, really. The black belt guy doesn't have to have all these crazy fancy moves. It's their understanding of it, and that's what you're going for.